English was a language spoken by very few of Kansas City's earliest residents. The only jobs available to many immigrants were as unskilled labor, often inside the mammoth meatpacking plants near the stockyards. Hello, I'm Bill Callaherka. Today on Crossroads, we revisit those days when thousands labored in Kansas City's packing plants, putting meat on our tables. By 1886, 9 major meatpacking companies had opened plants in the West Bottoms, including Swift, Armour, Cudahy, and Wilson, whose workers lived close by.
They lived on the bottoms, what they call the bottoms. And then it was a patch. They had shacks, no sidewalks, nothing, no running water. The 1903 flood cleaned out everything they had down in the patch, took everything. They couldn't get a damn thing out of there. So they come up here barehanded, nothing. Coming this west from James Street Bridge, there's Big Bear Hill, and wild strawberries were growing there. And that's where the name Strawberry Hill comes from.
During the 1951 flood, the homes on Strawberry Hill were high and dry, but the packing plants were underwater again.
And I didn't know what the heck to do, and I saw these boats coming up, or government boats, and they were taking people down to Swift to work. On the way down, we used to always bring tires with wheels on them floating down. You see a hog, every once in a while a cat or a dog in a refrigerator, piece of furniture, anything was going down. And then we got off on the west side of the plant at the smokehouse, and got off on there, and then we walked into pork. Got off on the 4th floor. Now that was the only stuff that was salvageable because the beef was on the 2nd floor and it was all underwater. But we got these halves that called hogs. They were up in the coolers and they just had a skin holding 2 halves together. They cut the skin and then it's cut into 3 pieces: the ham, the shoulder, and the belly. And we wrapped it in anything we had, newspaper, boxes, or anything, and loaded them on the boats, and then down to 23rd Street, and they'd load them on refrigerated trucks and take them to the St. Joe plant. We didn't lose an ounce. And I'd say, just for a guess, there must have been over 2,000 hogs. And we worked 24 hours. And if you think they weren't some fannies dragging, well, we had some sad-looking guys.
Even though the plants survived the '51 flood, the packing houses eventually were torn down one by one, but the families on Strawberry Hill stayed.
Our people were not gypsies. They got to a place and they stayed there, and that was it. And of course, they took their life's work and all that, the whole what they had, and raised their families, but they did a good job.